So good, it can't stop. That rhythm on top, it's moving my feet as soon as it drops. So you can try to fight it, but that music don't stop. Don't stop, that music don't stop. Don't stop, that music don't, music don't. Don't stop, that music don't stop. Don't stop, that music don't, music don't. Get it right, it just keeps on coming. Tell me if you've had enough. So good, it's got you stepping this way. My problems are leaving at the door. Give it up good now. And I'm thinking to myself, don't stop. Don't stop, that music don't stop. Don't stop, that music don't, music don't. Don't stop, that music don't stop. Don't stop, that music don't, music don't. Don't stop, it's coming in hot. Yeah, the rhythm's got me moving. Maybe you don't need those worries, so back them up and dive in. Yeah, you need a little good time. Get that body unstuck. You know you wanna let it go. You gotta just shake that up and don't stop.
Side check, side step, cause you're looking like that. Light snack, don't you know I wanna get a taste? Side track, next snap, cause I'm always looking back. You're stuck in my head, in my memories. I don't wanna waste more time with you. If you want a taste of something new, I don't wanna let a good thing die. Tell me what you feel, I need to know. Tell me if it's real or I should go. Boy, I got my heart up on the line. Heart on the line, like a tightrope. Hope I don't fall, but I'm already sidetracked, sidestep, cause you're looking like that. Light snack, don't you know I wanna get a taste? Sidetrack, next snap, cause I'm always looking back. You're stuck in my head, in my memories. What if I fell through the air because I fell for your ghost? Did I imagine you loved me or was I delusional? Did you feel sparks flying high or was the fire a joke? I can't tell if we're both burning or is it just me? Is it just me? Is it just me? Are we both on fire or
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and face the flag of the United States of America as we honor our country with the singing of the national anthem, performed today by Rosalind Steinman.
Oh, say, can you see by Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to your university, Montana State. My name is Wadet Cruzado, and I'm honored to serve as president of this great institution. We're delighted to have you with us to celebrate the accomplishments and successes of our students. Thank you for taking part in the 2025 Spring Commencement Ceremony of Montana State University. To begin this celebration, I'm privileged to introduce the members of the Platform Party, starting with the Montana University System, Commissioner Clayton Christian from Helena, Montana. It is an honor to introduce the Montana State University officials. We will kindly reserve applause until all the names have been read. MSU Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost Robert Magua, MSU Vice President for Research and Economic Development Allison Harmon, MSU Vice President for Student Success Steve Swimford, Vice President of Engagement for the MSU Alumni Foundation Carrie Hansen. Also joining us on the platform are the Chair of MSU Faculty Senate and Grant Marshall, Dr. Stephanie McCullough, ASMSU President Jacob Zink, Executive Director of Extension Cody Stone, MSU Registrar Tony Campo, Dean of the Library Doralyn Rossman, Dean of the Graduate School Deborah Haynes, Dean for Global Engagement and International Programs, Sally Moody-Amo, Chair of All Staff Council, Molly Lammers, and your friend, our Dean of Students, Matt Kairos. Please join me in recognizing the deans of our academic colleges. My dear students, you know how to do this. You will recognize them as you deem appropriate. Wink, wink. From the College of Agriculture, Shrikala Bachwa. From the College of Arts and Architecture, Dean Adams. From the College of Education, Health and Human Development, Tricia Seifert. From the Jake Japs College of Business and Entrepreneurship, Brian Gillespie. From the Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Brett Gunnick. From the Honors College, Dorwart Sobek. From Gallatin College, MSU, Stephanie Gray. From the College of Letters and Science, William Thomas. And from the Mark and Robin Jones College of Nursing, Sarah Shannon. To open our ceremony today, I am honored to welcome to the podium Commissioner Clayton Christian, who will bring greetings from the Montana University System.
Thank you. Good morning, Montana State University graduates, families, and friends. It's my honor to be here today and to extend a welcome and sincere congratulations on behalf of the Montana University System and the Office of the Commissioner of Higher Education. Graduates, today we celebrate your remarkable achievements as you step into the next chapter of your lives, whatever that path leads to, whether that's a new career or continued academic pursuits. You do so at a meaningful transition for Montana State University as well. Just as you prepare to embrace the future, so does your esteemed leader, President Cruzado, as she embarks on the next chapter of her own journey. I want to take a moment to thank her for her unwavering dedication to this university, to its land-grant mission, and to you, the students who she always put at the heart of everything she did here. And just look around. She did so much, so many lives were touched. While her real footprints may be small, her metaphoric footprints have forever changed and transformed this university, this community, and our state. Thank you, Madam President, for your tireless advocacy and steadfast stewardship. Thank you. Just over a week ago, the Montana legislature adjourned, having approved increased funding to the Montana University system. The governor, the legislature invests in higher education, and that investment is indicative of the tremendous value of the diplomas from this world-class institution, which you will hold in your hands in just a few moments. Montanans understand the value of college education, and Montanans know that a degree from one of our exceptional public universities is the key to unlocking tangible benefits like more career opportunities and higher salaries, and intangible benefits like greater life satisfaction. Through your own hard work and dedication and diligence, you have equipped yourselves to enter the workforce and contribute to your communities as the next generation of nurses and accountants and engineers, farmers, ranchers, teachers, and pilots. We believe in you. As you consider your future and you make your decisions, I hope that your experience here inspires you to embody the land-grant tradition of service, of solving big problems, and of the progress that we have made. I hope you will find inspiration in how your president is leaving this place better than she found it. Wherever your lives take you, I hope you'll commit to making that place better place for the next generation, just as your parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents work to do for you. Last but certainly not least, to the parents and families here today, thank you for entrusting your students to Montana State University. And to our faculty and staff who've dedicated your lives to the advancement of education, working tirelessly to make sure each student here today is successful, we sincerely appreciate and thank you. Congratulations to the Blue and Gold class of 2025, and as required by ending any comments in this building, go Cats.
Thank you, Commissioner Christian, and thank you, everybody. Dear class of 2025, today you will join the ranks of Montana State University alumni, of which there are over 150,000 graduates in our 132 years of history, with a presence in every state in the nation and in countries around the world. I would like to ask Carrie Hansen, Vice President of Engagement at the MSU Alumni Foundation, to welcome you to alumni status.
My warmest congratulations to the class of 2025. And I also want to give a special shout out to some of my college friends in the audience who have sons and daughters graduating today. What an amazing full circle moment. I'm proud of you and your sons and daughters. I'm honored to stand before you in my role at Montana State, and I'm even more proud to celebrate with you as a fellow alumna. When you cross this platform today, we are recognizing your accomplishments and acknowledging that you now belong to the impressive roster of Montana State alumni. I would like to ask that all Montana State alumni in the audience please stand if you're able. Graduates, this is a legacy you now join. Being part of the Montana State family is something few can claim, and those who do carry it with pride. No matter where life takes you, Bobcats support Bobcats. We show up for one another. We cheer each other on. We stand together. Because when every Bobcat stands together, the future of Montana State University is big. Big sky big. Bobcat big. And being a Bobcat, it's not just a few years on campus. It's a lifetime. The spirit, resilience, and friendships that you've built here will shape who you are and where you go next. So keep that spirit alive, loud and proud. Wear your MSU sweatshirts to the grocery store. Fly that blue and gold flag on your porch. Put a sticker on your laptop. Frame and hang your diploma and let it remind you of all that you've accomplished. Stay connected. Come back to campus and attend alumni events in your area. Mentor a current student or recruit a new one. Volunteer for the programs that you love. Be a voice, a resource, and a friend in this blue and gold crowd. Come back for all that MSU, Bozeman, and the Gallatin Valley have to offer, whether it's a football game, a concert, skiing at Bridger Bowl, or your next camp out around a fire at Highlight. The world is waiting for you, class of 2025. You've proven you can rise to the challenge, and now even greater adventures await. On behalf of Montana State Bobcats everywhere, congratulations and welcome to you, our newest Montana State alumni. Go Cats!
Thank you, Carrie. Dear graduating class, it is my pleasure to introduce the president of the Associated Students of Montana State University, Jacob Zink. Jacob is graduating today with a major in business and political science. Jacob is involved in his fraternity, Sigma Nu, and currently serves as the ASMSU president. Let's welcome Jacob Zink to the podium.
Good morning, Bobcats. Welcome back to the Brick. Friends and families, esteemed faculty and staff, and our own spring graduating class of 2025, my name is Jacob Zink, and it has been my pleasure for the last 2 years to serve as your student body president. Now, during these last 2 years and beyond, we have learned that MSU isn't just a place where we earn a degree, it's where we learn to grow into ourselves. After 4 years of hiking the M after class, cheering on the Bobcats on Saturdays, and tackling everything from tough exams to sub-zero Montana weather, we forged lifelong friendships and relationships. And through these challenges, we've proven that nothing, not even a world-altering pandemic, will stand in our way of success. Now, as we prepare to enter the world with an ever-shifting landscape, it is this kind of resilience that our world so desperately needs. Did you study business? Go start a company. Or why not go help a struggling non-for-profit find better and more effective ways to serve our community? Did you study agriculture? Participate in precision research that is helping put quality foods on tables around the world. Did you study engineering? Help us lead a green revolution, researching renewable energy or expanding access to clean water. Now, the hard road does not end here. In fact, just look to history. Maurice Hilleman, MSU graduating class of 1941, began his work in pharmaceuticals at age 38 and went on to create over 40 vaccines that continue to save the lives of millions of people around the world. Or our own Dr. Waded Cruzado, the daughter of Puerto Rican coffee bean farmers and first-gen student who went on to promote access to higher education in Montana, providing a record number of degrees during her tenure as our president. Or my grandma, Kathy Zink, the only person in my family to attend a four-year university, a graduate of Chico State with a degree in elementary education, who went on to teach in schools in California, Washington, and Arizona, serving kids who desperately need help. For nearly 50 years, each of us have shown the power to make a meaningful difference in our community. And now, this moment is ours. Class of 2025, thank you. Thank you for inspiring me. I am so excited to see what each of us do. Thank you, and for the last time, go Cats!
Thank you, Jacob. Dear MSU Class of 2025, graduations are special ceremonies in which we celebrate great accomplishments. In addition to recognizing the hard work of students and faculty, colleges and universities celebrate individuals who have made outstanding contributions to the educational, business, scientific, and cultural life of the state and the nation. We recognize these individuals by awarding honorary degrees. Such an individual has been identified and nominated. Provost Makwa will now present the candidate for an honorary doctoral degree in Humane Letters.
President Cruzado, please focus your attention on the projection screens for a brief video about today's honorary degree recipient, Mort Meyerson.
I've met with Mr. Meyerson through the Hilleman Scholars Program. He's come to talk to our cohort a few times. Something that really always stood out about him to me is his sense of service.
It's part of who he is. It's part of how he raised us. You give when you can, always, and you don't look back. My dad was born in Fort Worth, Texas, and he was raised in Fort Worth, Texas. As a Jewish family that immigrated here and came with nothing, he saw the American dream in front of him.
After graduating from college, Morton served as an active duty officer in the U.S. Army.
It's there that one of the officers saw how good he was and realized that he would probably be good in the computer world.
That led him to a job at EDS, Electronic Data Systems. Initially, Morton was more of an outsider, and he actually was projected to fail in EDS.
There was something inside him that felt like an outsider, but there was also something inside him that knew that he could do whatever was put in front of him better than anyone else.
He became the CEO of the company, transforming it into a multi-billion-dollar powerhouse. From there, Morton went on to lead several other major companies.
He's a different kind of thinker. He's willing to do things, say things, and embark on ideas the average person doesn't. In many ways, the way that he thought about business is the same way that he looks at philanthropic endeavors. He's not afraid at looking at the real needs, and sometimes they're not something that other people want to pay attention to or deal with. Anything that brings dignity to somebody's life. That's to the core of who he is and what I've grown up watching and admire deeply about him.
He was taught from a young age to give. That sense of service carried through his life. And then now his sense of service to Montana students.
It's fundamental to help somebody achieve a college education. Any way that he can help do that, he thinks it's his role.
The Hilleman Scholars Program gives students from all backgrounds in Montana a chance at college. We find students who want to impact their future and the future of their communities. Morton was essential for the creation of the program. Not only did he seed the idea with President Cruzado, but he was our first investor. This program has helped hundreds of students attend college who might not have had the opportunity otherwise.
They provide resources to students and really provide them a foundation for success. It's nice knowing that I get to use my education here at Montana State to serve the world.
It has had a major impact on the students' lives. That to him is success.
Morton's work with the Hilleman Scholars Program has been personally impactful for me. Without the Hilleman Scholars Program, I'm not sure if I would have graduated, and I'm certain that I wouldn't be as successful as I am today.
I think that he sees himself in Hilleman Scholars.
You hear origin stories, and they don't always sound very different from your own. it kind of gives you the impression that that's something that you could do too.
The biggest smiles, the biggest conversations, and where he's most proud are around something that has to do when he's giving back. These are the sorts of things that are his biggest legacy because they'll live on and they touch other people. When you help somebody out, when you see the joy of a kid graduating college, I don't know if there's anything better than that.
To Dr. Mort Meyerson, in recognition of your life as an entrepreneur, business leader, philanthropist, and humanist, for your success with electronic data systems, Perot Systems, General Motors, and DuPont Glor-Forgan, for being a champion of the arts and sciences as evidenced by your support of the Dallas Symphony Association, the National Park Foundation, and the Texas Superconducting Super Collider Project, for your philanthropic work through your family's nonprofit organizations, and with deepest gratitude for your work in laying the foundation for Montana State's Hilleman Scholars Program, including providing that program's first student scholarships to advance equal access for students regardless of their background or means. Therefore, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the Montana University System, and on the recommendation of the faculty of Montana State University, I have the honor to confer upon Mort H. Meyerson the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, with all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining thereto. In token of which I present this diploma and cause him to be invested as a doctoral degree of humane letters. Accepting the honorary diploma in his honor are 4 Hilleman scholars who graduate today: Grace Lee, Leslie Schenberger, Kaylin Rauch, and Zoe Seaford. Dr. Meyerson is unable to join us, but it is my privilege to present you with a video with Dr. Meyerson's message to our graduating class on the occasion of receiving an honorary degree.
Hi, congratulations to the 2025 graduates of MSU. You're getting ready to leave and embark on the rest of your life. I'm sure you're looking forward to getting out in the world and doing what you're supposed to be doing. I'd like to tell you a quick story about the unlikely success that I've had in my life. My grandparents, the Meyersons, came from Lithuania, Russia, penniless in the 1890s, and through a strange set of circumstances wound up in Fort Worth, Texas. My grandfather had a skill. He knew how to sew. He set up a shop. And from that unlikely beginning, our family developed. I, given this background, would not forecast that I would have had the possibilities and successes that I had. Only in America could that happen. So from the roots of my grandparents and parents, their statement to me was, you have to share with other people. My grandfather gave me 5 nickels every week, and I put 1 in the charity box each week. Not only do you need to contribute, you need to be honorable. Your word is your bond. And using these fundamentals, I was lucky enough to pursue life and have the unlikely success. Success, I have found, only lasts a short time. And many times the things that I thought were successful were not that successful. The same thing's true about failure. I have made many mistakes in my life, and the truth is that when I analyzed why I failed or why what I was doing failed, if I was honest with myself to figure out why, that failure led to success. So as you go out after you graduate and you start looking at the world and look for opportunities, don't look for security, please. Don't look for certain success, please. Take risk. Be willing to deal with ambiguity because it's all around you. Do something to help other people. You can help yourself, you can have a career, you can get a PhD. It doesn't really make any difference. The only real difference that you can make in the world is by giving yourself to others. And those that know how to do that are ultimately wildly successful. That would be my charge to you. And congratulations on graduating from a great university.
Thank you, Dr. Meyerson, for sharing your heartfelt message with us. Your legacy will always be remembered here at MSU through the Hilleman Scholars. We're proud to call you a Bobcat. My dear graduating class, at this time I would like to ask you to join me in recognizing some very special people without whose support, encouragement, and guidance your graduation today would not be possible. First, we applaud our outstanding faculty for the ways in which they have contributed to your education and your formation. Will the faculty proudly representing Montana State University, would you please stand and be recognized? I ask the MSU graduating class and the faculty to join me in celebrating the friends and families of today's graduates. We applaud you for inspiring our young men and women to be successful and for supporting them on their path to this accomplishment. Will parents and grandparents, husbands and wives, sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, relatives, friends, and loved ones, would you please stand and be recognized? We at Montana State University are grateful for our freedom, and we're proud to salute the students of Montana State University who have proudly worn the U.S. Armed Forces uniform. Our graduating veteran students are wearing red, white, and blue honor cords during our ceremony today. Would the MSU veteran students please stand up and be recognized? Would all veterans in the audience please stand? Thank you for your service. We at Montana State are very proud of our diverse campus and our multicultural heritage. You will notice on our stage the flags that were carried by our students representing their countries of origin around the world. including the nations of Montana's First Peoples. We acknowledge with respect the indigenous nations on whose traditional homelands the university stands today. In honor of the MSU class of 2025, you are kindly invited to stand up for a special honor song performed by Chontae Standing Rock. Thank you, Chontae. Provost Mokwa, at this moment, it is time to introduce MSU's class of Spring 2025.
President Cruzado, it is my privilege to present the candidates for degrees from 4 colleges in the graduate school. Degrees are awarded upon certification of completion of degree requirements established by the respective faculties and the Faculty Senate of Montana State University. Will all candidates please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the Montana University System, by law, and on the recommendation of the faculty of Montana State University, it is my privilege to confer academic degrees on the candidates of the class of Spring 2025. As these degrees are conferred, let it be understood that each candidate is also the recipient of all rights, responsibilities, and obligations appertaining to the degree. I hereby confer on each of you the degree under which your name appears in the printed program. To receive your diploma, you will walk across the stage as your name is called. Please kindly be seated until your college is escorted by the student marshals.
President Cruzado, it is my honor to present to you the candidates for doctoral degrees. The Dean of the Graduate School, Deborah Haynes, will join you in recognizing the candidates who will be hooded by the respective faculty advisor. Dr. Ilsa Marie Lee Hastings Professor Emerita of Music, will play solo cello selections to accompany the hooding ceremony.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy and Plant Science, Eric Zachary Killian. Major Advisor, Jennifer Lakowick.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy and Plant Science, Ventus Kaswara Rao Kadium. Major Advisor, Andre Savantek.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy and Plant Science, Emmanuel Ni Ajay Anand. Major Advisor, Lee Wong.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy and Plant Science, Marie Darlene Dorval. Major Advisor, Frankie Crutcher.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy in Plant Science, Caleb Hale. Major Advisor, Michael Guru.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology and Immunology, Brian Tigner Jacobson. Major Advisor, Diane Beamchok.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology and Immunology, Mert Kanik. Major Advisor, Michael Franklin.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology and Immunology, Andrew James Meriton. Major Advisor, Frank Stewart.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology and Immunology, Lisa Maria Keller. Major Advisor, Eric Boyd.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy in Ecology and Environmental Sciences, Lily Lynn Sensenbaugh. Major Advisor, Lisa Rue.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology and Immunology, Lu Wang. Major Advisor, Dr. Seth Walk.
College of Agriculture, Doctor of Philosophy in Microbiology and Immunology, Mallory Marie Blackwood. Major Advisor, Connie Chang.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, McKenna Caitlin Landis. Major Advisor, Anya Coons.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, Zeynep Malkoch. Major Advisor, Stephanie McCalla and Anja Kunzi.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, Jacob McGowan Molinaro. Major Advisor, Stephanie Wetstein.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, Matthew Charles Young. Major Advisor, Joseph Seymour.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, Maribel Anastasia Stanley. Major Advisor, Joseph Seymour.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, Trevor Charles Vanoy. Major Advisor, Bradley Whitaker.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Industrial Management, Systems Engineering, Wiham Ma. Major Advisor, Bradley M. Whitaker.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, Giorgio Morales Luna. Major Advisor, John Shepard.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, Madeline Kelly Metler. Major Advisor, Brent Payton.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Engineering, Stephanie Hall Ayotte. Major Advisor, Ellen Locknor.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Chemical Engineering, Delara Dulger. Major Advisor, David Hodge.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Electrical Engineering, Sina Dadras. Major Advisor, John Rudis.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, Karishma Raman. Major Advisor, Clemente Izureta.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science, Gerard Shu Funwei. Major Advisor, Clemente Izureta.
Congratulations to the doctoral candidates. President Cruzado, it is my honor to present to you the candidates for master's degrees. Dean Deborah Haynes will join you in recognizing the candidates for master's degrees.
College of Agriculture, Teal Thomas Robert Taylor.
Rhoda Adjarti.
Leah Teresa Charles.
Autumn Keller.
Katrina Julia Freedy.
Kaylin Ann Stearns.
Taylor E. Kennedy.
Sean David Hartney.
Jack Wilsey Poole.
Ryan J. Malmquist.
Tyler Boyd.
Molly Mackenzie Yordana.
Daniel Foster Malone.
Caller L. Harwood.
Ella Grace Johnson.
Caitlin Rose Schmidt.
Farzana Sarker.
Elaine Lucy Hall.
Dylan Granum.
Ryan James North.
Jackson Kaneen Miller.
Sarah Salam.
Louis Fernando Esquivel Cervantes.
Chloe Kathleen Hinson.
Naomi Monet Redfield.
Jake Jabs College of Business and Entrepreneurship, Selena Marie Angel.
Jack Joseph Sillick.
Eloise Westmoreland Gitchell.
Nicole Elizabeth Kemp.
Rachel L. Cassens.
Sophia Marie Olivo.
Broderick Bruce Leslie.
Jace Gregory Kirschman.
Ryan Matthew Larson.
Stuart Edgerly.
Yilva Tone Risa Foxeta.
Simbat Zaire.
Dean Shigemori Beggs.
Brent Newton Scott.
Jake Hathaway.
Brady Wilder Ash.
Tess Catherine Kirkpatrick.
Maya Elisabella Kraus.
Gus Evans.
Gregory James Dougherty.
Jessica Ann Wrighton.
Robert Samuel Doss.
Nicholas Richard Cayazzo.
Lily Mae Alexander.
Mariah Nicole Ketterling.
Catherine Shea McCann.
Catherine Olivia Manson.
Allie McMillan.
Brianne Judith Smith.
Taya Dyer.
Benjamin Lloyd.
Casey Hoffer.
Wyatt Anthony Tanner.
Alexander Michael McGee.
Elora Van Middendorp.
Grace Levi Rosen.
Chantel Eloise Brewer.
Jace Fasting.
Ethan Thomas Egan.
Dylan Scott Nelson.
Connor James Green.
Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering, Aja Yavinda Balasubramanian.
Robert Nolan Jenko.
Nets Ondrash,
Shannon Hamp.
Matthew Earl McClelland,
Jasper James Bailey Gould.
Alexander Brisson,
Hector Ayala Diego.
Charles Sorensen Dixon,
Mahedi Hassan.
Malik Triki,
Mahmoud Isaac Karankot.
Shama Magner,
Nishu Nath.
Aidan Scott Foxworthy,
Andrew David Blixendorfer.
William David Landry,
Axel James Tanner.
Kyle Jacob Butler,
Caroline Grace Martin.
Samuel James Hugh Curtis,
Syed Hadir Al-Shirazi.
Turner Burchard,
Angelo Porcella.
Garrett Ray Perkins,
Brittany Bowles.
Christine Lois Johnson,
Hayden Harlow Pritchard.
Caleb Alker Bergstedt,
Matthew Joseph Culp.
Niver Singh Kasab,
Natasha Fazal.
Handanur Apur Bailey,
Haley Marie Kettler.
Leah Kirsten Davidson,
Alexandra Christine Lynch.
Devin Lee Vogely,
Mason McCormick Mills.
Jacob James Krogan.
Congratulations to all our master's candidates. President Cruzado, it is my honor to present to you the candidates for baccalaureate degrees. Dean Srikala Bajwa will join you in recognizing the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the College of Agriculture.
Gracie Page Hively.
Blair Lynn Westby,
Catherine Margaret Boynton.
Rebecca Faith Clark,
Chloe Lynn Silky.
Joshua Michael Berna,
Trent Thomas Green.
Gabriel Kieran Tharp,
Benjamin M. Churchwill.
Sky Carol Smith,
Shauna Rose Butterfly.
Nathaniel Andrew Wilkin,
Wesley Lawrence Wankel.
Holt Woodson Berg,
Kaylee Lynn Bergman.
Garrett Watchley,
Wesley Jean Shaw.
Cody Michael Soto,
Thomas David Rosa.
Stephen Bruce Erick,
Kyla Marie Kofasich.
Patrick Herbert Bauman,
Court Allen Stern.
Kelly East Joyce,
Drew Alexandra Irwin.
Brody Gordon Sturgis,
J. Mark Perdicat Lumba.
Catherine Ann Remar,
Alexandra Catherine Cataldo.
Jamie Elizabeth Florent,
Reagan G. Lindley.
Carlo Vincent Giovannitti,
Peter Andrew Sclafani.
McLean Armstrong Payne,
Braden Nicholas Weiler Denler.
Sinai Taylor Mitchell,
Emily Rose Milnaric.
Charles Reuben Fry,
Ashton V. Lemoyne.
Joe Shanair Lackman,
Paige Ann Radelfinger.
Simi Banks Gibson,
Augustine Julio Gallo.
Vincent John Scutina,
Avery Michael Kenny.
Justin Rowan Hyde,
Jack Roger Yore.
Madison Nicole Weber,
Cadence Grace Lamori.
Magella Andre Millen,
Grace Esenbry.
Nissa Ann Shire,
Ireland Sierra Abdo.
Gabrielle Elizabeth Kuzma,
Keely Christine Jones.
Kylie Marie Schmigina,
Claire Elise Standley.
Alexandra Joy Vogt,
Joey Richard Tassell.
Zane J. Baumchen,
Kendra Michelle Lusk.
Luke Lewis Harper,
Sarah Louise Baker.
Emily Faith Reed,
Laura Lynn May Burgum.
Lainey Mae Flick,
Savannah Marie Starner.
Macy Nicole Tadlock,
Morgan Elizabeth Devan.
Caitlin Ann Feeney,
Rebecca Lynn Berquist.
Elise Ann Wilkins,
Rachel Hope Umland.
Sierra Lynn Owens,
Alfred Luke Heipel.
Riley James Meyer,
Jacob Nathaniel Starsky.
Morgan J. Fyrick,
Marcy Renee Britton.
Quentin Mangus,
Jack Henry Salvatore Richards.
Sophia Joy Bowl,
Andrea Leah Storer.
Amanda Lynn Had,
Catherine Diane Delker.
Sarah Lynn Hagengruber,
Kirsten Noel Smith.
Jacob Walter Quare,
Alexis Blackwood.
Grace Margaret Toop,
Carly Marie Graham.
Sierra Jolynn Kurth,
Paige Elizabeth Wigand.
Bella L. Biss,
Catherine Renee Peterson.
Carolina Onengier,
Morgan Lee Bell.
Cassandra Nicole Johnson,
Andrea M. Prince.
Avery Michelle Jacob,
Mackenzie Ruth Kirchner.
Sydney K. Berquist,
Tucker Lyle Lighton.
Tayden Richard White,
Tucker Charles Griffin.
Aiden Robert McMahon Manthe,
Delaney Suzanne Day.
Thomas John Schulte,
Matthew Riley Orvis.
Jack Curtis Bright,
Hunter Teague Berard.
Chase Russell Fortman,
Martina K. Trueblood.
Sophia Ann Franzia,
Emily Elizabeth Madol.
Claire Rose Casella,
Jackson Royce Mundell.
Garrett Jeffrey Smith,
Catherine Elizabeth Price.
Zoe Ruth Ibrahim,
Jersey Mae Johnson.
Mary Guest Goodrich,
Grace Ray Morrell.
Madeline Brine,
James Warren O'Connor.
Audrey Jordan Matheson,
Kelly Lynn Jones.
Evelyn Marie Underwood,
Conrad Roger Renner.
Ashley Ellen George,
Forrest Ronald Christian.
Ian Michael Forsyth,
Sarah Sophia Bustamante.
Daniela Ivana Harava,
Ryan Peter Conway.
Joseph Peter Leonardo,
Matthew Rogan Lytle.
Marshall Jacinto Galanato,
Joseph Oliver Anderson.
Connor Michael Simcoe,
Claire Reese Bosselman.
Isabel May Pesakaya,
Campbell Elizabeth Bates.
Olivia Jane Evenson Lynch,
Maida Napton.
Jane Loring Andrews,
Celia Dwyer Morris.
Riley Vincent Stack,
Caden Reese Johnston.
Kira Brooke Allen,
Lizetta Dora Dardena Unkringa.
Emma Elizabeth Dardena Unkringa,
Ashley Marie Karst.
Courtney Nicole Menifee,
Hannah Lee August Hoffman.
William Michael Appersbach,
Colton Chase Alderman,
Andrea Coquella Tortosa,
Marta Garcia Rebordero Montestora,
Parker John Sharp,
Isabel Grace Mulliner,
Carter Douglas Edward Christofferson,
Tegan Brielle Sharaf Majid,
Jocelyn R. Smart,
Rachel Grace McBride,
Josie Lee Kaufman,
Harrison Robert Wilder,
Jack Stedefor,
John Paul Toney,
Jace Tollison Nee,
Abby Christman,
Haley Ann Joas,
Isabella Nicole Rohrbach,
Hannah Natasha Hauschault,
Mackenzie Ray Adams,
Heather Rose Rankin,
Benjamin Carly Howe,
Wade Adam Rabine,
Anya Lark Jackson,
Alexander Charles Meister,
Calla Castro,
Benjamin Emerson Porter,
Jackson David Spanfelner,
Madison Marie Rice,
Madison Lee Vincent,
Megan Jesse Rodriguez,
Jackson Ramey Dufresne,
Bailey N. Myatt,
Courtney Elizabeth Ulrich,
Kona Maria Meyer,
Kylie Joyce Semolini,
Keegan Wagoner Kruger,
John McConnell Peterson,
Riley W. Arendt,
Lydia Jane Laughlin Bushy,
Lily Elder Dipple,
Nina Victoria Barfoot,
Tristan Shea Sedgwick,
Kinsey Erica Warner,
Anya Marie Lords,
Haley Madison Smith,
Samantha Diane Baker,
Charlisa Marie Taylor,
Paige Juliette Walters,
Thomas J. Effney,
Cale Russell Livergood,
Billy Irene Carlson,
Zoe Maria Seaford,
Grace Allen Lee,
Grace Lillian Gardner,
Elizabeth Eleonora Hunch,
Riley Ruth Cravens,
Danielle Everin Johnson,
Lauren Carolyn Campbell,
Haley A. Chester,
Michael Austin Henry III,
Jack Lucas Clifford,
Luke Eugene Stockton,
Tyler Drew Anderson.
Congratulations to the candidates of the College of Agriculture. President Cruzado, Dean Brian Gillespie will join you in recognizing the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Jake Jabs College of Business and Entrepreneurship.
Jacob Christopher Zink,
Ryan Matthew Flack,
Eli William Burke,
Nicholas Carroll Goodman,
Trey Jameson Zosh,
Jordan D. Latham,
Ryan Joseph Schaefer,
Oscar Thomas Rodriguez,
Maxwell Todd Richardson,
Marshall J. Renshaw,
Calvin Chandler Shore,
Isaac James Van Epps,
Vivian Aiko Mizuno,
Cassie Jo Templer,
Megan Marie McCann,
Jack Robert Marlowe,
Alex Michael Anderson,
Keith Tanner Kelso,
Dylan Thomas Stokes,
Tristan Ludlow Schmidt,
Abigail Jane Luer,
Tori Dare Cook,
Elijah James Hanson,
Joshua Neal Austin,
Walker David DeWard,
Cole Anthony Wentworth,
Andrew James Leroy Molkemat,
Logan Anthony Liebert,
Jacob George Wunschel,
Gunnar Thomas Fiske,
Benton Royce Elliott,
Luca T. DiPazzi,
Kylie Dawn Donahue,
Lucy Jane Ellis,
Hannah Marie Pliley,
Sophia Marie Locati,
Madeline Grace Galicia,
Peyton James Riska,
Gabriella Byers Holm,
Griffin J. Duffy,
Jackson T. Ballard,
Caitlin Grace Garong,
Sophia Lane Geranios,
Kennedy Joe Kuhn,
Jonathan Edgar Krapowski,
Cameron James Pearson,
Daniel James Loomis,
Jackson Olive,
Evan Ernest Lipsky,
Arthur Alexander Gibson,
Haley Donna Drugsma,
Lindsay Joe Hine,
Savannah Grace Kronk,
Ashley Rodamon Heaton,
Shelby Nicole Schwain,
Taylor Diane Brizendine,
Greta Caroline Morgan,
Tacey Jade Van Hemmelrick,
Maya Marie Rains,
Faith Lene Stelter,
Anthony David Alvarez,
Theodore Frederick Christensen,
Alexis Ray McDonald,
Haven Grace Wolstein,
Kaylee Alexis Dye,
Mallory Jo Woolett,
Ryan Christopher Maples,
Tyler David Cortis,
Ryan Heinrich Larice,
Calvin Lee Root,
Kristen Isabella Snowden,
Carson Jacob Fletcher,
Cullen Edward Adams,
Simeon Woodward,
Taylin Eileen Trafton,
Kyle Dean Williams,
Brecken Elizabeth Hill,
Clay William Keller,
Brian Goricki,
Chica Philip Naduka,
Ryan Life Duvall,
Kira Ashlyn Hunter,
Cagney Stevens Miller,
Caitlin Mary Walsh,
Kendra Marie Seavey,
Grace E. Hurd,
Connor Grayson Poor,
Jonathan C. Yen,
Crystal Jolie St. Germain,
Levi Austin Waugh,
Janessa Marie Lorenz,
Sailor Faith Griffith,
Grayson Wayne Malone,
Benjamin Thomas Noteboom,
Jack Henry Grennan,
Daniel Eric Wohler,
Cole William Macau,
Jake Lewis Blackburn,
Drake Thomas Dalla,
Thomas Richard Copchains,
Zachary Robert Zimney,
Palmer Thomas Lynn,
Hughes Vincent Henley,
Parker Douglas Robertson,
Andrew J. Baru,
Louis Jacob Natko,
Matthew Brian Glenn,
Bren Reagan Bockenstead,
Kyle Paul Hoffman,
Everton Buckley Cope IV,
Luke Jamek Fedek,
Abraham Lex Stapleton,
Evan Douglas Bond,
Alex Langdon Bode,
Darius A. Zamora,
Henry Solon Cousins,
Ryan Andreu Beatty,
Coulter Upton,
Kyle Mark Gordon,
Grant Kale,
Jared Wade Tenzing,
Jesse Charles Wizka,
Nicholas Solicito,
Jesse Nelson Claney,
Wyatt Palmer,
Frederick Bukarath Nilsson,
Samuel Howlett Gold,
Samuel Furstenberg,
Callum Lee Gilmore,
Daniel Ross Jordan,
Kathleen Waylon Laura Sweeney,
Nathan Andrew Adamek,
Jace Clayton D'Angelo,
Kai Blake McGuffin,
Caleb Michael Sullivan,
Caden Jacob Roberts,
Cade Peterson,
Jason Michael Montgomery,
Ted Ferguson,
Tobin Thomas Weir.
Tyler Joseph Stevens.
Logan Jet Murray.
Marcus John William Whitman.
Mackenzie Lori Dial.
Emily Elizabeth Fedig.
Abby Ryan Glover.
Isabella Evelyn Hansen.
Elsa Eiley Peterson.
Gabrielle Elizabeth Jean Bacchus.
Haley Malia Knowles.
Amelia Josephine Imholt.
Sydney Rose Koba.
Delaney Suzanne Ivanovich.
Sydney Jane Carey.
Luke Patrick Sonnen.
Nicholas Salomon Little.
Asher Forrest Johnson.
George Maldonado III.
Campbell Joseph Cantalamessa.
John Patrick O'Hara.
Joseph Miguel Avena.
Adlai Matthew Hester.
Jacob James Iverson.
Nick L. Dundon.
Regan Marie Graves.
Jenna K. Anderson.
Shelby Emma Austin.
Gabriella Jewel Hecker.
Caleb Clay O'Kelly.
Amber Leanne Kurth.
Alicia Lynn Dutton.
Eve Patricia Remish Broker.
Andrew Varensky.
Joseph Patrick Crumry.
Maxwell Thomas Wolsborn.
Mackenzie Jordan Muller.
Estella Yusha Colgan.
Nicolette Elizabeth Rue.
Rachel Yutzi.
Sydney Renee Davis.
Matthew Hart Gerard.
Nicholas Jeffrey Hudson.
Quinn George Hankins.
Sean Timothy McGuire.
Emma May Tamura Powell.
Malia A. Swirsky.
Rebecca Lynn Jolly.
Catherine Emily Rokoviak.
Benjamin Brooks Farrell.
Galen Matheson Rias.
Henry Morgan Oliver.
Caitlin Elizabeth McCrae.
Madison Pete.
Marley Caden Davis.
Presley Lynn Neo.
Aaliyah Shea McGee.
Alexander Kurt Schmutz.
Arthur Allen Weaver.
Adriana Nicole Orsini.
Whitney Vralstead.
Chloe Elizabeth Sloan.
Haley Marlowe Thomas.
Grace Marianne Wilkins.
Benjamin William Gleason.
Ty Michael Peterson.
Taylor Dawn rides at the door.
Dawson Ray Greer.
Thomas E. Alexander.
Trent M. Allenbaugh.
Anthony Scott Morrison.
David Todd Hembrough.
Bridger Brenton Frazee.
Sean Patrick Leonard.
Garrett Michael Quady.
Colby August Gage.
Wyatt Dean Tidwell.
James Stanley Christensen.
Grayson Cole Corbett.
Jessica Logan Hugelin.
Anna Leslie West.
Dylan Marie Herner.
Andrew Wayne Renninger.
David Ryan Love.
Blake Austin Demlang.
Jake Belknap Auberg.
Scott Norman Archibald.
Charles O'Day Fuller.
Zachary Patches Del Favero.
Thomas Isaac Stanger.
Andrew John MacDonald.
Austin Philip Zeiler.
Joshua H. Bebich.
Owen Timothy Smith.
Matthew Lloyd Glover.
Griffin D. Fritsch.
Chris Michael Keeney.
Maisie Louise Schreiner.
Ava Grace Rosenwig.
Bo Matthew Simonson.
Braden Parker Duncan.
Lucas Robert Lennon.
Luke Ruby.
Tegan Christopher Prang.
Anthony Hanson Ratto.
Taya Lynn Carlson.
Sienna Elise Wood.
Amarel Francis Kuntz.
Briar Ashland Newman,
Damon Lee Anderson,
Madison Rose Weber,
Chelseana Hattie Ferris,
Alyssa Marie Starr,
William Eline Weiss,
Clayton Michael Polanchek,
CJ Joseph Bond,
Ethan Alexander Blake Brown,
Teague McMillan Haley,
Louis James Wagner Lang,
Christian Robert Biesing,
Will Starling Brazda,
Nissa Marie Wilcox,
Haley Scott,
Joseph Lorne Stevenson,
Kelly Marie O'Neill,
Devin Edward Johnston,
George Robert Paxton,
Brandon Joseph Berzina,
Austin Kolb,
Kevin Ronald Bloom,
Ty Bradley Hoos,
Karina Marie Normando,
Jenna Lee Gibson,
William Owen Denominic,
Dylan Iman Solway,
William Pierce Halleck,
Daniel Scott Kempers,
Dylan Robert Komnek,
Drew Eric Jungbluth,
Joseph Mark Frischman,
Nicholas Matthew Schmidt,
Lowell Russell Creel,
Jacob Daniel McCaffrey,
Coleman Taylor Savage,
Leopold Roman Bennick,
Max William Brown,
Shane Ross Wilson,
Craig Thomas Brett,
Cade Roderick Countryman,
Sean Majid Hoosby,
Phineas Charles Richardson,
Taylor Thomas,
Audrey Benz,
Madison Lee Vanderhaar,
Emily Ann Bender,
Lillian Adeline Cox,
Ava Francesca Wessel.
Congratulations to the candidates of the Jake Jabs College of Business and Entrepreneurship. President Cruzado, Dean Brett Gunning will join you in recognizing the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering.
Jesus Salazar,
Grant Thomas Baldridge,
Ethan Michael Glenn,
Zachary Thomas Guntherman,
Alexander Fields Yeager,
Jack Curtis Jaden,
Denny John Peffley,
Alex Christopher Dedmond,
Brittany Nicole Callison,
Corbin James Palchek,
Kenneth David Alvin Vincent,
Ian Bradshaw Crittenden,
Jackson Dean Walseth,
Zell Frost,
Liam Daniel Hooks,
Justin Weigel,
Christopher Ladd Snyder,
Aaron James Loomis,
Landon R. Porter,
Cameron Baden Hilliard,
Isaac James O'Rourke,
Brennan Lee Johnson,
Jason Lee Stutzman,
Colton Chase Trossel,
Ben Thomas Saba,
Alex Darrell LaRoche,
Nicholas Lloyd Gill,
Finn Johannes Russell,
Jackson McCrae Elbogan Pedersen,
Logan Warren Graham,
Jonathan Michael Hughes,
Skylar Creedon Reed,
Nathaniel Joseph Smith,
Zachary Evat Stone,
Connor Sage Olshak,
Sarah McLean Shank,
Colson Thomas Slater,
Van Winter Ledger,
David Hazard Reeves Spencer,
Carter Michaels,
Caden Michael Kesey,
Dalton Michael Leslie Campbell,
Aaron Bennett Hull,
Christopher Jonathan Olick,
Emily R. Schwartz,
Elizabeth Ann Carls,
Marcella Jean Yatso,
Michael Donald Strand,
Ian Stitt,
Justin Daniel Lammers Hartberg,
Parker Kelly Thill,
Gage Thomas Cuthbertson,
Anna Ruth Swanson,
Helen Frances Rydwig,
Jack William Clark,
Ryan Michael McMahon,
Ian Jeffrey Simons,
David H. Jensen,
Grace K. Christensen,
Elizabeth Marie Brinks,
Dirk Allen Kaiser,
Seth Axel James Howard,
Peter Daniel Buckley,
Neva R. Mendel,
Sage Francesca Bourne,
Sydney Robin Romero,
Sarah Morgan Kokella,
Anthony Batulia,
Emmy Niles Van Voorhees,
Nicholas Paul Goosley,
Noah Thomas Cross,
Luke Roney,
John Carl Podgorny,
Logan Dwight Parrish,
Nolan James Philpott,
Tresser Stribe,
Nathan Ross,
Luke Joseph Jurgensen,
Bryson Randall Huff,
Jack Williams Stevens,
Noah Robert Youngkin,
Owen David Manigio,
Finnese Gardner Sable,
Penelope Ann Allen,
Grant Roby Smith,
Leander Moritz von Specht,
Alex Stephen Dorval,
Dylan Baer,
Cameron Nicole Wells,
Cole Daniel Zandel,
Mason Fields,
Adam Jack Little,
Eli J. Smith,
Caleb Allen Schultens,
Braden Clifford Smith,
Henry Allen Funk,
Wyatt Emery Amendi,
Thomas Samuel Belcher,
Trevor Bruce Purcell,
Hunter Felix Andres,
Andrew David Walsh,
Chanel Sinclair,
John Thomas Viteau,
Caleb Mark Greenberg,
Dora Francine Greenberg,
Peter Nelson Del Giorno,
Tristan Logan Dooley,
Catherine Elizabeth Krismer,
Evan Douglas Cole,
Jaden Michael Hopkins,
Gunnar Robert Schenefeld,
Shane Dylan Stauffer,
Stuart C. Schultz,
Liam Nicholas Fagan,
Lusa Wellenstein,
Epik Tunch,
Aisha Oral,
Victoria Alice Trivet,
Addie Elise Chakowski,
Andrew James May,
Hannah Shelby McKim,
Maya Antonia Ward,
Emre Yulthicum,
Ewan T. Wong,
Olivia Gerber,
Kellen Patrick O'Connor,
Liam Tejas Harrington Wojak,
Anthony Robert Gilden,
Ash Barlow Kirsten,
Broderick Spencer Dickman,
Cole Scott Wilson,
Ross Allen Moriarty,
Jordan Isaac Dervishin,
Kellen Dean Moore,
Jason Eugene Deneau,
Christian Franklin Harrelson,
Caleb Colson,
Matthew Joseph Furdyke,
Adelaide Whitley Granger,
Bremer John Deaton,
Caden Andrew Grable,
Brendan Tate Hall,
Keaton Ellis Downing,
Tyler Campbell Ferry,
Zachary Aaron Freiheit,
Ryan Thomas Geiger,
Liam Wallace Wickland,
Luke Ethan Baltz,
John Lewis Bruner,
Dylan Tyler Crawford,
Alan Jade Murphy,
Jackson Reed Armentrout,
Nicholas Palmer Moore,
Joseph Carl Anderson,
Cole Colifatic,
Cooper Neil Hamlin,
Jaleo Vincent Smith,
Ryan Jeremiah Hoffman,
Adam A. Doyle,
Travis William Wertula,
Jackson Bradley Murphy,
David Alexander Giesing,
Colby Clayton Wilson,
Isabella Bree Fairley,
Sally Yajun Weber,
Grace E. Romig,
Anna Renee Anderson,
Shelby Renee Slenis,
Ruby Nadine Laircy,
Kenna Danielle Littlefield,
Mackenzie Violet Lee,
Clayton Kent Scott,
Jackson Charles Wall,
Aidan Clack Barrows,
Jack Thomas Newman,
Ryan Sterling Salomonson,
Ethan Patrick Carney,
Alexander Armadeo Cimini,
J. Quinlan Gregg,
Garrett Lee Strite,
Aiden James Flynn,
David Leishton Burton,
Aiden David Rasmussen,
Jacob Nicholas David,
Amber Ann Kellen,
Karen Gabriela Nunez Michelle,
Lina Sophia Pommel,
Nicola Paletti,
Destiny Nyakioni,
Gunnar Matthew Sturlickson,
Jonathan Mark Benkow,
Brady Aaron Guzik,
Reed Asher Lando,
Ryan James Parsons,
Tyler Andres Humphrey,
Aiden Jeff Grom,
Lucas Caden Harting,
Danon Roche,
Carson Rhodes Cosmic,
Matthew Aiden Phillips,
Logan Patrick Trudell,
Caleb Matthew Nell,
Gunnar Christian Rasmussen,
John Knox Gunther,
Andrew James Booney,
Jonathan Riley Hofig,
Riley Philip Holmes,
Joseph Vincent Kerr,
Tucker Valansky,
Jackson Levi Stevens,
Jack I. Preedy,
Eston Jack Barker,
Nathaniel Walter Cavo,
Eric John Foran,
Gage Dylan Hilbert,
Parker Mitchell Gallinger,
Ander Otto Strode,
Jordan David Zarek,
Wyatt Gentry Frund,
Charlotte Rose Orford,
Shane Matthew Costello,
Dominic Valenti,
Duncan James McLeod,
Kelly Marie Carroll,
Brooke Elizabeth Robinson,
Cole Sterling Lipman,
Ryan Guy Rafe,
Caden S. Streeter,
Tegan William Cozy,
Abraham Tennyson Siebert,
Sophia Elizabeth Farrow,
Morgan Aaliyah Hansen,
Megan Elizabeth Gaskin,
Bridger Allen Cole,
Clay Stephen Barkus,
Eligius Darren Jonathan,
Kincaid Ellery Calkin,
Dax Robert Wilson,
Gavin Richard Mills,
Nathan Paul Watson,
Sean Anthony Visser,
Michael Joseph Nelson,
Drake M. Scott,
Joseph Allen Rouse,
Jackson Timothy Pinter,
Aiden James Monroe,
Stephen Patrick Morris III,
Martin Emmanuel Romero,
Jaron Bailey Evans,
Anika Rose Whitsoe,
Anders John Knutson,
Elias James Sweats,
Braxton David Benicius,
Thomas Bratton Miller,
Matthew Brian Fisher,
Noah Austin Shoemake,
Owen Thomas Maggio,
Ethan Patrick Cloutier,
Caden Jeffrey Troutwine,
Porter Brinkman,
Karma Ninden Tenzin Gotamya Yomi,
Logan Pono Jackson Brand Kaupukike,
Kyler Brian Smith,
Alexander Ray Roylance,
Michael Wong Zuming Hagen,
Leah Ann Joy Becker,
Aiden Patrick Pendergrast,
Henry Connor Jacobson,
Aiden Emmett Keith,
Eric Michael Johns,
Ryan James Plush,
Thomas Forecker Simono,
Trevor James Leroy Jordan,
Jack William Robertson,
Jace Thomas Kripe,
Annalise Ruby Pollock Foltz,
Elizabeth Marie Pauley,
Riley Enna Sandin,
Talia Elizabeth Clark,
Ruby Louisa May Martin,
Victor Bowen Becker,
Lucas Samuel Bega,
Ashley Rose Foss,
Trayton Alexander Cook,
Trent Robert Tretton,
Carter Joseph Lubke,
Jasmine Elizabeth Rushka,
Jesse Tyler Rushka,
Aiden Andrew Strong,
Tyler Barry Britton,
Fred Joseph Sayata,
Samantha Joe Snow,
Karsang Lama,
Joshua Brian McNeil,
Tristan Russell Sampley,
Evan Jensen Erickson,
Luke Robert Neese,
Dylan Alexander Nelson,
We You,
Blaine G. French Jr.,
Tyler Donovan Glenn Baum,
Luke John Jarozeski,
Cole Douglas Quill,
Spencer John Young,
Jack Stephen Tuchtenhagen,
Sayer M. Johnston,
Rios Matthew Rogers,
Colton Irvin Fast,
Timothy Joseph Labadie,
Jacob Marshall Teets,
Matthew Scott Price,
Paris Ann Shook,
Addie Faye Pickett,
Torrin Keegan Rowe,
Cole William Germano,
Henry Uno Watson,
Gregory Blake Shaw,
Joshua James Caldwell,
Ryan David Custer,
Jackson John Stapleton,
Samuel Lawrence Jacobson,
AJ Lee McCauley,
Ian Bo Alford,
Kyle Dennis Zollner,
Aiden Anton Hartman,
Willow Rochelle Berriesa,
Seth Francis Ullman,
Mason Ryan Watamura,
Shane Boyd Hall,
Nathan DeCarroll,
Richard Cooper Babcock,
Matthew James Vandenberg,
Dylan James Richards,
Beau Savage,
Carson Howard Whitfield,
Thomas Wesley Gaylord,
Troy Michael Bax,
Nicholas Allen Harrington,
Simon Francis Collins,
Christopher Lyon Oberling,
Joseph Scott Thorkildson,
Isaac Andrew Wilkie,
Austin B. Drenz,
Cooper Jefferson Cowan,
Ella Marie Courtby,
Seamus Jeffrey Coy,
Aaron Reed Stanikar,
Jet Brooklyn Lucas,
Charles Jackson Engler,
Jessica Lynn Ron,
Amber Mai Rigney,
Sean Richard McEnany,
Riley K. Solberg,
Jessica Luella Formento,
Addison Jane Little,
Eileen Rose Wendell,
Connor James Brooks,
Jacob J. Keller Roosh,
Ian David Gunnelson,
Chloe Madison Yordi.
Danella Marie Parent.
Tyler Thomas Griffiths.
Cora Rose Riley Hannigan.
Grace Lyra Baker.
Marin Nicole Feltman.
Rachel Ellen Furman.
Maxwell M. Burke.
Keenan James Fator.
William Reed Wilson.
Augustus Gordon Downey.
Lucas Hess Downey.
Alexander Jeffrey Westland.
Grant Britt Whitaker.
Maximilian Philip Badenbacher.
Alyssa Lee Hill.
Grace E. Ducharme.
Jacqueline Barbara Cox.
Max Solomon Jacob.
Tyler Andrew McMillan.
Kyra Michelle Haronen.
Spencer Mitchell Kaiser.
Joel A.C. Power.
Benjamin James Matheson.
Cade Joseph Strutz.
Matson Thomas Fowler.
Noah Thomas Rigg.
Haid Ashfinai.
Ryan Philip Johnson.
President Cruzado, we have a special acknowledgement. Ryan Johnson is graduating today with a degree in computer science in 4 years. Ryan has been an inspiration to all of us through his dedication and work ethic. We want to take a moment to acknowledge this major accomplishment in Ryan's life and wish him the best in his next chapter after MSU. Congratulations to all the candidates of the Norm Asbjornson College of Engineering. President Cruzado, Dean Stephanie Gray will join you in recognizing the candidates for associate's degrees from Gallatin College, MSU.
Ella Young.
Drew Catherine Holian.
Jada Valdez.
Jaden Joseph Horner.
Jacob Avon Kemp.
Noah Benjamin Whitehurst.
Whitney Rose Buckman.
JC Cheryl White.
Leah Marie McHenry.
Alana Len Kolarik.
Sienna Ray Hillscamp.
Hallie Diane Jarrett.
Megan Hope Gamez.
Megan Lynn Elgas.
Christian Bodine.
Jack Marshall Kerr.
Cody Scott Gervais.
Sage Lynn Proctor.
Haley Drew Fenno.
Lydia Xiao Fu Murphy.
Bella Foley Frechette.
Maria Alexandra Christopoulos.
Jalen Lorene Hurd.
London Elizabeth James.
Caitlin Ray Roush.
Riley Joe Klasna.
Bailey Ann Millender.
Anastasia Susan Baer.
Maggie Lynn Reynolds.
Tyrell James Thomas.
Joshua David Wilhite.
Raymond Arthur Morrison.
Kenneth Ron Morrison.
Logan Matthew Gilmore.
Lucas Stephen Furman.
Jackson Nicholas Zachary Schmiel.
Evan Conrad Weiser.
Joseph Paul Scopa.
Patrick Joseph Marinko.
Katrin Kortz Lazda.
Molly Kate Schifferns.
Jordan Emmanuel Hildreth.
Lucas James DeWolf.
Bryant Kenneth Reed.
Ethan James Cody.
Taylor Ryan Tudsbury.
Kayla Patrice Edgerton.
Kelly Ann Randall.
Samuel Warren Cox.
Ethan John Maxness.
Bo Edward Ware.
Emma Grace Wall.
Hannah Elizabeth Cooley.
Selah Grace Hagler.
Matthias Rex Lazeski.
Jeffrey Robert Long.
Hunter T. Ron.
Leonard Conrad Roos.
Christian Fagan.
Zachary James Creek.
Dylan Andrew Jacobson.
Daniel Harrison Braun.
John Francis Marciari.
Jameson S. Romero.
Philip E. Peterson.
Christopher John Rasmussen.
Matthew James Gillespie.
Caitlin Bailey Jacobs.
Taylor L. Jacobs.
Jonathan Rockney Lane.
Sean James Janda.
Charlie Alton Mays.
Wade Patrick Johnson.
Patrick Cooper DeBloy.
Austin Ricky McNeil.
Joseph Michael Novak.
Ryan August Schultze.
Michaela Devon Frederick.
Emma Lee Mitchell.
Elizabeth Grace McCullough.
Kyler Martin Johnson.
Trey Michael Gunther.
Garrett Tyler Lowry.
River McWilliams.
Tyler Sullivan Nelson.
Jacob Scott Chase.
Julia C. Johnson.
Veronica Siglin.
Liesel Nicole Schoenberg.
Benjamin Robert Makwa.
Excellent job. Great job.
Congratulations to the candidates of Gallatin College, MSU. President Cruzado, I present to you the candidates for graduation from Montana State University. Would all the candidates please rise? Candidates, today is a very special day. It's a day that you and your families have been looking forward to for many years. And it's special for many reasons. Not only because you're completing a goal, your academic goal, you're also representing the state of Montana as the largest graduating class ever to graduate from Montana State University or any college or university in the state of Montana in its history. Today is also the last graduation ceremony in which President Cruzado will recognize graduates from Montana State University. We've heard a lot about President Cruzado in being a transformative leader. She's also been a servant leader, and she holds true to the motto that in Montana we don't polish our own boots, we polish other people's boots. So I have a favor to ask you. Could you please join me in a round of applause and let's polish President Cruzado's boots.
None of that was in the script I read. Okay, my dear graduating class, at this time, in acknowledgement of your achievement, please change your tassel from right to left. where your heart is, thus signifying this important milestone in your lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing the MSU class of Spring 2025. Congratulations. Once again, congratulations to all our worthy graduates, their family members, and friends. We at Montana State University wish you every success and happiness. And we thank you for making us immensely proud today. Before we conclude our commencement ceremony, let us also share a special thanks to some amazing individuals. To our readers, Aaron Pruitt from Montana PBS and Christy Smith, host of Public Radio's Christy the Wordsmith. To Nathan Stark, Jason Bolte, Kirk Ament, and Sarah Stoneback from the School of Music, and to Honors College Dean Ilse Marie Lee for their contributions to this ceremony. To the marshals, ushers, and all the volunteers, to the sports facility staff, especially Chris Hayden and Kelly Williams. To our registrar, Tony Campo, Associate Registrar Candy Greswell, Emily Kent, and the wonderful staff from the Registrar's Office. And a special thanks to our Artistic Director, Tom Watson. Yes. I would also want to thank, I will add to express my personal gratitude to the best faculty in the whole wide world, to the best students in the whole wide world, the best staff in the whole wide world, the alumni of the best university in the whole wide world, and to the people of the state of Montana. For affording me the privilege to serve as president of Montana State University for the last 15 years. I promise I'm gonna get through this, okay? It has been the honor of my life to serve you. I have an anecdote to share. In my first summer here, summer of 2010, I was invited to attend the graduation ceremony in Gallatin Gateway School, in which I was able to address the graduating class. All 10 graders, 8th graders. At the conclusion of the ceremony, one of the young graduates approached me, and with a white cup of ice cream in his hands, he surprised me when he said, "I hope you have a great life." And I can truly say that thanks to the benefits of land-grant universities and of public higher education, I have had a very rewarding life, capped with an amazing experience at Montana State University. Thanks to you, I have enjoyed every minute of my time at MSU, living among you and learning from you. As with the class of 2025, this too is my graduation day. And it has been a good time for us here at Montana State, full of amazing memories, great accomplishments, and fun. Together, we have had so much fun. And I want you to know that I will miss you. Thank you for the memories. And to my class of 2025, I hope you have a great life. Thank you.
Cruzado.
Oh, gosh. Thank you to our audience for joining us today. A day of celebrations and shared accomplishments, and a day of new beginnings. And to all Bobcat mothers in the audience, happy Mother's Day. And finally, and most importantly, congratulations to the MSU class of Spring 2025. May you continue to achieve and to thrive every day of your lives. May happiness and generosity mark every step of your path. Great things await you, Bobcats. Please come back and tell us about your successes as you pursue the dreams and adventures that await you. So that we get to know them in future years, bring your family, your children, your grandchildren, and your great-grandchildren to this place that is now part of your life forever. Make sure you tell them that you were here when in your last fall semester, the Bobcats defeated the Grizz again in the Brawl of the Wild, followed by the spring basketball season when history repeated itself after 38 years with our women Bobcats defeating the poor Grizz for the basketball championship of the Big Sky Tournament, winning the third straight conference tournament championship and a third straight trip to the NCAA tournament. Go Cats, go!
Proudly we our banner raised. Oh, MSU, right royally, we offer songs of praise to thee. Long may thy power enduring be. Alma mater, hail to thee.
sure to win the fray. We got the vim, we're here to win, for this is dear Montana State. B-O-B-C-A-T-S, go Cats go! B-O-B-C-A-T-S, go Cats go! Stand up and cheer, too long and loud for dear Montana State. For today we raise the blue and gold two-way victorious. The 30-man now is fighting, and we are sure to win the fray. We've got the vim, we're here to win, for this is dear Montana State. Go Cats go! Go Cats go! Go Cats go! Go Cats go! Diggity-dot, diggity-dot, go Cats go!